Hello, welcome back to Spiritual Maintenance. I am your spiritual advocate, Mystic Mary. This video is basically, I'm going to be rambling about the beauty of metaphors and how those are used to help us understand spirit at a deeper level so that we can grasp um, we can grasp the concept, because that's kind of what pushes many away from even believing um, is trying to make sense of it because you know it's gotten to a point where they believe it's a man in the sky looking down, and that's not it at all. I think the most amazing metaphor is the one that I got recently. I did a video on it. You're more than welcome to check that out. I'll pin it, or I'll tag it at the end of this. You don't have to watch it because I'll just kind of sum it up in this, but it's there if you want. But what was shown to me was it was like God as water. And I loved that so much because water, um, it's ice, it's water, it's air, but all three at a molecular level is still H2O. It doesn't matter how what form it's in, it's still H2O. And that just felt so awesome to sit with and to talk about because I grew up being shown the the metaphor of God's like a tree, the roots, the trunk, and the leaves, but that never sat well with me. Um, and correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But if if I'm correct, the roots, the stem, the trunk, and the leaves are all different molecularly. It makes me think of um, us as humans. We start off as that tiny seed that it's coded, so it knows when to turn into a lung, when to turn into a heart, when to, etc. Um, and so once that molecular structure is changed, it ceases being water. But what I find absolutely fascinating with this metaphor is that um, we can't live without water or air. And our structure, again, correct me if I'm wrong, the majority of it, I want to say 75% or more, were water. Everything, the organic creation is obviously rocks and whatnot, believe are different, but plants, animals, etc. The majority is water. So it makes me think of when Jesus was talking about the Father being in him and I in him. Um, the Father's in me and I'm in him. So it's like it's both ways. And I think that's kind of neat how, even with thinking of a plant, you have the Father shedding that light, that insight down, and it's being absorbed through the leaves. And then the Holy Spirit, you could call that water, and it's being nurtured when we go within ourselves. We're finding comfort in that going within. And another little area that it's like it shifted for me, the tree being God, um, the metaphor of God, not obviously the tree's not God. Um, but in different spiritual beliefs, and again, this is my own ramblings. Take what resonates, leave the rest, please. I know everybody believes everything different. Um, but I've heard over and over again, and people have told me this, that, you know, I'm God. I'm from source, so therefore I'm God. And I can't, it just doesn't sit well with me. Um, and so when I see it as, no, we are the tree, God is H2O, I can jive better with that. And I think I just gave my age with that, but that's okay. Um, I can. because like in the vision that I got in the previous video that I shared in the previous video, but it was the air and the heat that built up caused pressure, melted the ice, and that's where the water came in. And then that heat with the water then created algae because it manipulated the molecular structure of water. And I believe that that is what we are. We are the manipulation of it. Therefore, once it's manipulated, it ceases being it's that. It's still source, it's where it came from, but it is no longer it. But if we are spirit filled, we are living, we are co creating. And that's where that next area comes in, of we are a manifestation of the divine. And we were given that power as well through our words. Animals, they make noises, different things, and they can communicate on that level. But we are the only species that can communicate on an intellectual level. I understand dolphins are very smart, but still, they don't communicate the way we do. Like they can't write, they can't pass down um, their insights and things like that. They can share information very effectively for sure, but there's limitations is what I'm getting at. But we have the ability to co-create because of our voice. And when we speak, and that is with the thoughts and the emotions, when we have both of those together and the intent goes out, we are planting seeds. And it is just like us as a manifestation, a tree as a manifestation. That seed is coded when we have clarity, crystal clear thinking and feeling going behind what we want. It knows, that seed knows when to create the foundation. It knows when to create the structure. It knows when to spread out and make connections. And it knows when to start producing fruit, abundance for us. And that is anything we put our focus and our heart in. So you want to sing, just start singing. Before you know it, you're going to be absolutely amazing. And those connections are going to start coming to you. And you're going to start making money, not realizing, oh my goodness, who knew doing what I loved would create an abundance for me. And it's when you're putting your heart and soul into what you want to do, what you love, when you are your authentic self, that is what is creating your future. And as you are expressing love through what you do, so if you love to sing, people who hear it, they feel it. Like you know people who write their own music and sing because you just feel how beautiful that is. It's moving. And that is how you're changing the world. So when light workers out there are like, what do I need to do? Be yourself. Do what you love, because you're moving people in a way that shows them that it's okay to be authentic, and that is how we move forward. We hold space for each other, we accept each other as we are. No judgment. It's not our battle, it's not our business. Let them live their life, they'll figure it out, because that's what life is about. It's about figuring it out. And then when they do, that looking back of like, wow, I overcame that. That is what makes it all worth it. But when someone else is doing it for you, they get to that end point and they feel like they owe that person, or they feel that, they discount themselves because they're like, well, I mean, there was that. Like, yes, network, make connections, but in the end, you do, I heard, you do you, boo. You do you. And tell the person next to you, same thing. You do you, boo. If that's what you want to do, do it. Don't lean on me to do it for you. You experience it. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. And express that in a very healthy way where you're like, I would love to do this for you, but I have this. Still go out there and help people, but have those boundaries as well. Know when you're helping and know when you're enabling, because there's a fine line there. And once you realize that someone's leaning on you too much, that's when it becomes enabling. So teach them to fish. Don't fish for them. I didn't think I'd end that way, but you know, it is what it is. If you're still here, awesome. I love you so much. And I hope this inspired, sparked some sort of excitement for life, um, helped in any way at all. And I wish you so much love, so much joy, and just so much healing in your life from here on out. Just live it, and that aura will expand, and then everyone who comes within that is going to heal. So just keep being you, and I'll see you around. Bye.